Hey guys, it's Tasha with the Simply Modified Mama. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to show you my routine with Farmasi products. Here I'm using the Calendula face toner. This is great for balancing the pH in your skin back out after washing it, exposing it to the elements, or anything else that could get the pH of your skin off balance. Now I'm using the Dr. C Tuna Calendula face cream. This is for sensitive and dry skin. It's really transformed my skin. You'll see me, I'm really focusing around my nose ring where I've been sick recently. My skin has gotten really dry there, but it's doing a really good job at taking care of that. Now I'm using the eyebrow pomade in number 2 brown. This is my favorite way to fill in my brows. Even if I'm not doing any face makeup, I will always fill in my brows and put on mascara. That's just my thing. It makes me feel more put together. And this brow pomade, it blends out really easy and makes it super quick and easy to do your brows. And here we have a kiddo who's just waking up and saying good morning. For my foundation today, I'm using the CC Cream in medium. You hear CC Cream, you think light coverage. This actually gives you medium coverage and it's very buildable. Good morning, husband. I always try to do a really good job about blending everything into my hairline, around my ears, and down my neck because I really want to avoid all those crazy makeup lines. Now I'm using the full coverage liquid concealer in number 3 light ivory. When I say full coverage, I mean this stuff is full coverage. It really does a good job at covering up all of those bags that I accumulate from being a mom to 3, being a student, working, everybody's activities, that sort of thing. Next up is the Face Perfecting Pressed Powder in number 2 Warm Light. I use my sponge to set underneath my eyes where I put that concealer. Then I take a flat top kabuki brush and I set my T-zone. That's where I tend to get the most oily. Next up is the Sunkissed Bronzing Powder. Do you see the size of that pan? This thing is huge. Okay, so I'm going to bronze the top of my cheekbones, around my temple and hairline, and my jawline. This is only one shade, but it's very universal and it works really well for all kinds of different skin tones. I promise I'm not talking to myself. This is our morning and I am trying to get my children motivated and to get ready for school. Next up, I'm using the bronzing shade from the 3-in-1 face palette. I use this for my contour. I use it to really chisel out my cheekbones and up around my temples. Also, right here, I'm really having to lay down the mama law. Now I'm going to use that blush shade from the 3-in-1 face palette. This is really pretty. I'm just lightly using it to dust over my cheeks. Next, I'm using one of my favorite products. This is the Terracotta blush powder in number 5. I like to put this on top of that blush from the 3-in-1 face palette. It just really transforms it and gives it a nice glowy finish. Lastly, from that 3-in-1 face palette, I'm going to use the highlighter shade. I'm going to take a really fluffy brush and I'm going to highlight the tops of my cheekbones, underneath my brows, the tip of my nose, down the center of my nose, and my Cupid's bow. Now I'm using Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. I'm going to use this to chisel out and clean up my bronzer. I can get a little messy with it. This is just going to make everything look a lot cleaner with my lines and also help blend everything better. While I let that sit and kind of bake on the bottom part of my face, I'm going to use a cream eyeshadow. This is number 1 Pink Glow. It's a really pretty iridescent pink. I'm going to use a flat shader brush to kind of put this all over my lid. It's really pretty. It's going to give a nice glow without being too overdone for my work day. Next up, I have the Trio eyeshadow kit in number 4 Vice Brown. I'm going to take the darkest shade in that palette and I'm going to pack that on the outer corner of my eye and then blend it into my crease a little bit just to give me some depth and definition. That way my eyes don't look so flat. With a clean fluffy brush, I'm going to just blend out all the edges, make sure I don't have any harsh lines. I'm also going to take my sponge and kind of clean up around the edges. I can get a little messy with my eyeshadow and I want a nice crisp look. I'm going to take that same brown and run it under my bottom lash line to smoke it out just enough to give it a little definition. Here I'm just using a little bit of chapstick to prepare my lips for my lipstick and asking for a little bit of patience for my day because my kids are already fighting and bickering and it's not even time to go to school yet. I'm going to curl my lashes. I really need a new lash curler. I'm going to be ordering one soon. This one is like 3 years old and it's really gross. Here I'm using the e.l.f. clear eyebrow gel. I've not got my hands on the Farmasi one yet, but I'm really eager to try it. Next up is mascara, and for my first coat I like to use the Starlook. It separates my lashes really well and gives them a nice full look and places them exactly where I want. Now you see Paisley complaining in the background in my messy kitchen. And there's the baby. She wasn't ready to get up this morning, just needed some extra love. Now I'm going to take that same flat top kabuki brush and I'm going to dust off all that bake, and it's going to give me a nice crisp line in my bronzer, and that makes me really happy. Now I'm going to do my second coat of mascara. I'm going to use the 3D Effect High Definition Mascara. It really just pumps up my lashes and takes them to a whole nother level, and I love it. Also, do you guys notice in the background that Paisley still hasn't gotten dressed for school? Now you see me desperately searching through my purse for my liquid lipstick. I'm using number 203 All Natural. It's my favorite. It goes everywhere with me. This is my perfect My Lips But Better shade. When you're applying our liquid lips, they go on really thin. They almost feel like water, but the coverage is nice and even. Once they dry down, they're very good and matte, and they're not going to budge, and they're going to last all day without being drying. And that's my final look, you guys. I will have my link and all the products I used in the description box below. Thank you for joining me today. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be alerted when I upload videos. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.